better. Is that sound? Switching to our backup mic now. Hopefully that will work. Any sound there? I'm a little bit delayed, so I can't. There we go.
All right.
Whoa! All right. Wow. Card Authority. What a day today. It's been Optimum release 2021 public release. As you can see, we've got the bots draining all the powers and all the microphones. So that is why we can't hear anything. But thankfully, backup mics.
The backup mic is on.
It's been a big day.
I'll even bring it down a little bit for us. The backup
bring it down. Beautiful.
Stays a bit high.
Love
there we go.
Everyone nearly got a bit of gut cam there.
There we go.
All right, fantastic. Look, thank you very much for joining us on this special mini cast here for Card Authority. Look, it's been a big day. And as we certainly say across at Really Good Vibes and any of the other pages, we are just everyone, take a deep breath, be kind to each other. We're going to try to cover as much stuff as we can. And on a serious note, look, I know we joke a lot here on the show that Jenks owns Select. In fact, he doesn't.
I don't.
He doesn't. So we're going to certainly try to make as many assumptions as we can today I know my keyboard is very dirty, whoever said that. I do need a new computer. Anyway, the bots, we've got the new ones. We're going to certainly try to make as many assumptions as we can about what happened today. So look, the day obviously started off, it was 21 Optimum release. There were two tranches or two sales dates, 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. Jenks, the 1 p.m. one, first of all, how long do you think it took to sell out?
I think it was probably somewhere between 15 and 30 seconds was the point where if your payment wasn't successful, you were getting carjacked at that point.
Yep, I agree with that.
I think, I don't know, I hate to say it to you, AJ, I called it a couple of days ago. There was a thread a couple of days ago, people saying 1 minute, 2 minute, all that sort of stuff. I think I said I expected 30 seconds, if not less.
Yep.
And, we joke a lot about the whole bot situation and everything. And sure, we'll talk a bit about that. We'll talk about that in a second. But the reality is I'm passing judgment based on what I see transpire in the community.
Well, first of all, we both, in transparency, we both got through on the first order.
We did.
Okay. And we were sitting here. I actually stuffed
exactly as we are. Like Battleship with these two laptops here.
But 1.5 meters.
They're faced, 1.5 meters apart.
Yep. But I actually stuffed my credit card up. It still was able to get through, and I got my order through. I certainly know there were a lot of other people that got theirs through. Yep. But there was certainly, in the early stages, probably just after 1 o'clock, there felt like there was a huge wave of people that didn't get through.
That's right.
But something that we noticed that no one has seen on the Select website at all, and we've talked about bots. And look, I'll cover bots straight off the top there because everyone wants to hear about it. We've never seen this kind of bot protection on a Select checkout before.
Let's step it back a second. I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. We'll just step it all the way back here. Because a lot of people are probably watching now going, literally thinking that there are some form of machines working to do this stuff. When people refer to a bot with regards to trading cards, for example, or anything else online, it's a piece of code, it's a script, a program, whatever you want to call it, a piece of code, which is basically executing something. So in the context of buying cards, you have a piece of code that has a bunch of Select accounts in it and those people's credit card numbers and everything. And instead of having a human being sitting at a computer doing it, it's executing it for X amount of people at this high frequency, whatever it is. No different to the stock market or how many other things work. Every facet of life, I suppose, has something connected to it.
Yeah, and the thing with the bot is you input the accounts that you need to fill the stuff in. And someone just said that bots are autofillers, which is right.
Yeah.
But what it does is it knows the process.
That's right.
And then it speeds that process up quicker than you can click it yourself.
Yeah.
So today, like all of us, we're there madly rushing to try to get our order in, and suddenly it's how many fucking fire hydrants are there?
Yeah.
Name.
What's the crossroad? Where's the motor? Which one has the motorcycle in it?
All of us, hate. You know what I mean? But to me, as much as I was frantically trying to get my order through like everyone else, I'm like, well done. You know what I mean? Like, that is actually something that no one could have predicted.
Yeah.
We've never seen it on any Select website.
Yeah, but you've seen it on many other sites
Absolutely.
when they use it to combat exactly that. People that are autofilling, basically.
Yep.
It slows down the ability to do it because they have to reprogram, basically,
Absolutely.
or adjust the programming in real time.
Yep.
So there's no doubt about it. You and I both were looking over the last couple of weeks, and many people I've spoken to privately, I was saying that for this release in particular, I have seen the most amount of chatter outside of AFL cards.
Rates are huge.
Yeah, but outside of AFL cards about the usage of people coming in to use bots for this particular release. It was noticeable amongst the sneaker community. It was noticeable a bit amongst the Pokemon community. And if you can see it there, then there's a lot more going on in the background because it's not all exposed. I expected privately, we were having conversations. I was openly said to you, I reckon this release, when we will never have seen anything like this with AFL cards, this is going to be like an EB Games NBA release where it's 90% botted and it's 10% real, the collectors. And it's going to be an absolute bloodbath. And we both administrate a page where we're going to see that bloodbath unfold.
Absolutely. So
that's not what happened.
Bots are obviously prevalent in all communities, as you just said. You know, I certainly can't sit here and say bots were used today or not. But I think what everyone needs to keep a reminder of, and look, you know, not being self-indulgent here, we have almost 100 people watching this show now. Our numbers are normally 50. So instantly that shows the demand that we're getting in this community. Not only people being involved in everything, the interactions we're seeing on our pages, all that kind of stuff, but I can only guess that there might be thousands of people, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people that were on the Select website today trying to get 3,000, 4,000 boxes, whatever it is.
And you know, I think to the upside, my measurement earlier was I thought during the first drop that at peak, so 2 minutes out till 3 minutes after, they would have been looking at between 5,000 and 8,000 active. So people trying to cart items. Which means like your ratio is so high of amount of people trying to buy what's actually available. And that is where genuine supply and demand comes in. I think that there was definitely that someone just asked in there, did we know about that capture thing? We certainly didn't know about it, and it surprised us and it slowed us down. And I guarantee we had the same gasp that every other person did when they were doing it, when that came up, and when none of us expected, it was like, oh, you know, it's going to take a few more seconds. Oh, we better click the right thing here. You know, I did it from, I literally, I had my phone and I had my computer as a backup. I always prefer to use my phone to buy into things, whether it's Breaks or Select or even Cherry's website, EB, whatever it is. My success seems to be better with the phone.
And look, just to put a pause on that for a second, one of the key things which, again, all we've done is cry out about how we want Select to do better things and distribute more product. You know, we know from a shop side that they're certainly not giving as much product to shops anymore. They're looking to give it to direct consumer. The reality is there is not enough product for everyone. Just the same as there's not sneakers, Rolexes, hang on a second, Rolexes, property, whatever you want to say, the demand is outstripping the supply.
Absolutely.
But all we can ask is that they continue to make it fairer and more accessible. And we certainly noticed from the polls that you put up, and I'll get you to give me some data in a second for what you're seeing, that, you know, there was a wave of people that were unhappy. Lots of people said, keep refreshing, you're going to get more. And then suddenly people were getting. And that shows in real time that clearly whoever it was at Select is cancelling orders either from bots or duplicates or fraud or whatever it might be. And even in the second drop, which lasted probably a minute, I think, it was a little bit longer, I reckon for 15 minutes, we were refreshing it just to keep an eye on it. And there kept coming more stock in.
And here's the thing, we didn't even need to be refreshing because the reality is all the people, or not all, people who are venting that they're missing out or that they got it are also then posting up posts and comments as well across the social assets saying that, guys, I just picked it up, refresh, keep refreshing. And I'm looking at some of the timestamps and it was like 6:17. 6:19 people were still picking up stock,
which is a long time. That's like what happened.
And that's right. And that lends to the notion that the company is actively doing what they can to take out what they would call erroneous orders, I suppose, which is the bot buying. they're obviously manually. There'd be a combination of probably you would think in this day and age a bit of AI playing in there, and it would be fraud detection, all that sort of stuff that picks up certain things. But there's no doubt that they were manually cancelling orders and reloading in that stock. We saw it, and I'm sure we'll continue to see it.
I just saw 2 seconds ago. I did a refresh just before then when we were talking, and I saw it pop up there for a second.
Yeah.
So clearly they've got a team of people there working at Select, bashing away, going through these things. And even if I look
maybe
back
at Shopify, it's like, I don't know how exactly this works.
I mean, look, I don't know. I don't know what the size of the department is, but you look at even things like Footy Stars, where cases and boxes came back on sale a day later, 2 days later, which surely it clearly. Oh, my computer nearly just died. Clearly shows that they're doing things to get the stock back into the marketplace.
Yeah.
So, is there ever a perfect system? No. Is everyone going to be able to get what they want? No. And let me just sort of debug a couple of things that I've seen pop up and then mentioned to me today. All right. Printing more stock is not a solution.
No.
Because we've talked about that many times. We don't want to become junk wax. We want there to be demand on a product that provides value in our collection. But I also saw that there was talks about people getting carjacked.
Yeah.
Now, I'm obviously an e-commerce guy. I understand the process of that stuff. You can't protect the cart of every other person. Otherwise, it actually goes sold out even quicker.
That's right.
Because as soon as it hits the cart, it's sold out.
That's right.
And then people can jam stock up.
That's when it's gone in literally 1 second.
Yeah. And I saw someone say something about using the Ticketek system, where you go through a queue and then it's your turn. You got 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But the problem is, Ticketek are doing sales for 50,000 tickets.
Correct.
The scale is done that
totally
way,
different, and it's
for server load.
That's right.
It's
done in certain ways. That's right.
And allocation
segments and different parts of venues are opened at different times.
So when you're talking about 4,000 or 5,000 boxes that are on for sale, let's put it in perspective. Let's say it's 5,000 boxes, 6,000 boxes today. What's the print run? 8,000?
7,000 or 7,500. One or the other.
Whatever. Let's just say 7,000.
Okay? Total print run. 8,400 boxes.
Okay, so let's say there's 8,000 boxes. I don't know let's forget about SEC, round number. 8,000 boxes, that's 2,000 people that want 4 boxes.
Correct.
Well, we've got 5% of that on our stream right now.
That's right.
So let's put it in perspective, the amount of people that are trying to buy cards. And we are not sitting here trying to defend Select. I personally think they've done a great job. Is it perfect? Absolutely not.
There's always room for improvement.
There's always room for improvement.
And that's the thing. I've just read a couple of comments there. People saying, well, tighten up what people can buy, like reduce down the quantity more.
And Paul Menich has made a really good point. 800 people were watching the release stream last week. So if you've got 800 people watching a release stream, straight away, if they all want to buy 4 boxes, that's just the people on Facebook.
Absolutely.
That's half the stock gone in a second.
So people are saying change the box limits. So I'll tell you guys. 16 months ago, it was 3 cases per person. Yeah. Sorry.
3 cases.
16. Let me get that straight. 18 months ago, there was no limit. You could buy as many cases as you want. About 14 months ago, it became 3 cases per customer.
Well, the dominant Series 2 last year.
9 months ago, it became 4 boxes per customer. I think the reality is, we can go to 2 boxes per customer, but the outcome at the end of the day will always remain the same. The more people participating in the hobby, which is great, the faster things will sell out. So people have to strive harder and work harder to get it then, because they're competing against more people. At the end of the day, whether you reduce it down to, someone mentioned to me in private chat before in jest, well, they may as well just bring it down to 5 packets then. Because the reality is, people will get crafty. They'll become more crafty. More family members will have accounts. There'll be, instead of there being 10 or 15 or 20,000 Select account holders, there'll be 50,000 Select account holders. And everyone will be fighting for it. And you know what else is going to happen? The postage won't go down in cost. So you're going to end up paying for 1 box the same cost of postage as you would pay for 4 boxes. I think I'm not saying I disagree with the notion of reducing it down. I just don't think it achieves the outcome that people would desire on the basis of they should reduce it because it means people will get it easier. People are not getting it any easier. It's not going to become easier.
And a few people say supply and demand. So it's great people understand. And look, someone else commented, people that got boxes are going to be happy. People that didn't are not going to be happy. And that's absolutely spot on. And I feel for people today that wanted to get boxes.
Yeah.
We've got friends that messaged us today that wanted boxes and couldn't get it.
Yeah.
So it's really disappointing when people don't get stock. And I know it drives people crazy when they see something on eBay that, it's middle of the release or middle of the drops today, and people are already selling boxes for $1,000. Don't buy it.
Don't buy it. No one's forcing anyone to buy anything or do anything.
But unfortunately, that is the nature that we live in of supply and demand. The market is maturing. If people want to go and spend that money and they value the box at $1,000, well, good luck to them.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, someone else, and I think it was actually Gat that mentioned something just before. He goes, "This is a ripper release.
Yeah.
It's a stacked product.
Absolutely.
Everybody wants it. Everyone wants to get their hands on it. It's not a surprise that it snap sold out."
Absolutely. And I think as well, like, people need to move away from sort of that sense of entitlement. And it's a general thing. It's in life. It's a part of our human makeup, I suppose.
Yep.
But again, when no one's entitled to anything. If you've been in the hobby for 30 years or 30 days, why is one person entitled to more than someone else when what's happening is it's moving with the time? It's all changing. And we've discussed previously, if products aren't selling out, if there's no demand for a product, well, what's the incentive, both financial or otherwise, for the publishers to create better products or more products?
Yeah.
They can't. You have to have a flourishing industry in order to get more and more and better and higher quality and better value. That's what creates the marketplace.
But again, we're not unsympathetic. We understand everyone wants cards. I mean,
I wanted more boxes.
Yeah, I wanted more boxes too.
I wanted more boxes today. Gone are the days of 3 cases.
Yeah.
Last year in Prestige, I got 3 cases.
Yeah.
That day doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
I told Dylan this morning the thing's going on sale. Can I get he goes, "Can I get a case?" And I said, "No." It goes, well, 4 boxes. I said, "Dylan, if I can get you 1 box, you're getting a box. We'll have a box." And that's what we'll have. He's a lucky kid. He gets extra.
Well, you remember what last release when you tried
whatever
to use
it is,
the
but
Dylan account.
we have to adjust our expectations. We talk about adjusting the style of collecting due to the market we find ourselves in and the cost of cards. Well, we have to adjust expectations with stock purchasing.
And these are all good things. Look, nobody likes change.
No, but
but the maturing market is fantastic. And I'm just trying to reason. So again, look, Anthony's just made a comment. If they're selling out, why not produce more stock? It's going to be
more about the types of product. Something I snowballed a couple of weeks ago with AJ is I'm surprised that Select hasn't actually done the stickers again that used to be around 10, 15, 20 years ago, because that was something that was targeted either at a super cheap price point or was picked up by someone else, sort of thing. But the problem is, as AJ just mentioned, if they go down the path of producing more, it just dilutes what's out there, and it actually will end up lowering the quality of what's in the market.
And we don't want that.
No, we want something that's accessible for everyone. But we also need to understand the climate that we're in at the moment.
Absolutely. And we've seen heaps of people say today in conversations, I'm going to go and buy the singles I want instead of boxes.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to go in breaks instead of buying boxes.
Yeah.
And that's all about adapting your own collection and the way you collect and the way you attack the hobby. Everyone is different. Everyone wants to do different things.
Yeah.
Will Select possibly in the future look at doing other releases and add to it? Sure. It already looks like they're doing a model where they're doing 4 a year.
Yeah.
Where in the past it was 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So I think that perhaps more releases, but again, the more releases, more people are going to want it. The community grows.
It's the same. We all know. We should have prefaced it all with, at the end of the day, a company like Select, or whether it's any other type of business, you cannot win. When demand outstrips supply, no matter what you do, you can't win. All you can do is try and appease the many while still understanding that you're going to upset the few. And on that point, let's get to some data. AJ, can we look at a little bit of data here?
You put a little bit of poll up about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's right. And the key starting thing here is to remember, even before I reel off some of the data we've got, and we've just picked up.
We're at 25 minutes, so just
everyone wants
to watch the footy.
So everyone knows, doesn't matter what it is, a minority will always be more vocal than the majority. So when you have an issue with something, you'll always say that a lot more than when you've been successful in something. However, what we try and do is take the emotion out of the data and just look at it for what it is. According to our measurement earlier today, between the first and second drop, it was basically 51% of people got everything they wanted in the first drop,
Yep.
About 30% of people said they missed out completely, and the remaining percentage said they were hoping to get it in the second drop.
Yep.
That basically marries up with our measurement of the second drop now, where we're up to 70% of people have said between the two drops, they got everything they wanted. And 20%, 25% said they missed out completely. But what we are not seeing here is this giant avalanche that people may have thought was going on, where only 10% of collectors got what they wanted and the rest all missed out because the Terminator and his robot army all moved in and took it away from everyone. That is not the reality of what goes on. And to be honest with you, I'm sure when later on I get a chance to measure this up against the previous releases,
it's going to be a shift.
It'll be a slight shift, but it's going to be very much the same. There'll be the same amount of people who did end up actually getting it by the time it was all done and dusted.
Absolutely. Yeah. And look, a few people have mentioned this, and we certainly have talked about this all year. The SCC, which was another initiative that they created, when people that are new to the hobby don't know it, the Select Collector Club.
Yeah.
They very clearly said that there was 1,000 spots available. $99, you got access. If you're a true collector and you want to open a box, you get one box of every release up until Footy Stars next year or whatever. So for $99, they didn't even sell out. I think 800 of the 1,000 spots got
something
taken.
like that.
Do you think that if they put that up tomorrow,
that if there was a 3,000 limit, they'd sell 3,000 of them? So they'd probably do 5,000.
Yeah.
But isn't it crazy?
But there's not enough stock.
But isn't it crazy?
Hang on, let me just complete my point. My point is though that we are sit there very quick to jump and, get shirty at other people and get shirty at Select that we can't get stock. There's been pathways provided to help make the situation better.
Yeah.
And we've all got to adapt and we've all got to just embrace those things. I don't know, but I would presume they will put SCC back on for sale next year.
Yeah.
Or they might do something else again. Who knows? But gee, everyone, you've got to look big picture here. If you like opening boxes, cool. Get an SCC membership. Get prepared. All this kind of stuff. And again, it's not for everybody.
No.
But again, we just got to try to look bigger picture and realize that lots of good things are happening. The community is growing. Demand is hot. Select are bringing out fantastic products. Let's just try to enjoy it.
Well, that's the thing.
Let's just try to enjoy it.
Today was always the day where it would all go down. It's gone down. We're coming out the other side.
Yep.
People just need to take a deep breath, get through to the next couple of weeks when the product actually comes out, and we can all start to enjoy the physical nature of the cards themselves. And I think we're probably all in agreement that this is, arguably the most seriously, most highly anticipated Series 2 release ever.
Yep.
And I can't wait to be opening some packs, having it in hand, watching other people breaking it live, seeing the enjoyment of it. If you didn't get boxes, you didn't get packets or whatever it may be, I'm sure opportunities may still arise to be able to do that at certain retail and things like that.
Yep.
Those opportunities will arise. If you want to go in breaks, I'm sure there'll be breaks aplenty. If you want to buy single cards, that opportunity is still there for you. The world has not ended. Trading cards has not come crashing down.
Even just then, as I refreshed, the cart was open again.
It was open again.
So it clearly shows now an hour and a half.
They're still killing off orders.
They're still killing off fraudulent, dodgy bot orders, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm not imploring you all to sit there and refresh for the next 24 hours, but I think let's just, if you have missed out, after you finish the stream, jump on and refresh every half an hour and check. There's going to be boxes available. Again, not everyone's going to be happy. Anyway, look, I know the footy's about to start very, very soon, so we will get off air. But look, please be kind to everyone. There's lots of good retailers. Jules from EJ's has already said he's going to drop some breaks.
Yeah, obviously, there's a bunch of people.
We're going to do some in RGB. I know Cherry, Dale dropped one today.
Yeah, Case Break went up today. Ultimate had one just before. People are starting to list them. But guys, we are still a few weeks away from release here.
Take a breath.
There's a big lead-in time from today and when the cards actually come out. There's no point harboring any of that negative energy or anything like that.
Should be
let's start to look forward to what's going to be rolling out here and get excited. And
Yep.
I'll certainly still be trying to backfill some of my own sets in the meantime as well.
Absolutely. And we're going to be looking to jump in as many breaks as everyone else. So thank you very much for all joining us. It's been a lot of fun, obviously. It's been a stressful day, successful for some, not so successful for others. But
I'd say successful for the majority.
Yeah, but look, some people missed out. And so look, check on the Select website. I'm sure they're going to keep cancelling orders as they have done in previous releases. Be kind to each other. Enjoy this next release. And we really look forward to seeing you guys. Oh, we might take a week off, but we'll definitely be here the week
of the release.
Yeah. Oh, what are we, 2 weeks away? Anyway, we'll see you guys in the next couple of weeks. Good luck to your footy teams if you're playing tonight. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good night. Jenks, cheers.
Good evening.